And we're ready to go. Awesome. Well, welcome to our new consultant class call today. We call it our WOW class because it's welcome to our world. And you know, the neat thing about Tupperware is we have a great world of fun, great world of friendships, and we actually create new families sometimes with Tupperware. So welcome to our Tupperware family. We're excited to have you here today. This is my husband, Rob. He has a little mask on. This is a picture that we had taken at Jubilee or Leadership Conference last year, and they had a Mardi Gras night. And that's the nice thing about Tupperware is they really do elevate their leaders and elevate those top performers. And so, you know, as you get more experience with what the Tupperware company is all about, what you're going to discover is it really is all about you. It's about loving what we do. It's about bringing a wonderful product to our customers. It's about creating that sense. Oh, and this is my husband, Rob, just walked in on me. It's creating that sense of empowerment and education, and of course enlightenment too. So Rob and I have been, I personally have been doing Tupperware for 31 years. We've been married for 25, and he was with me the whole time through my Tupperware career. So he wasn't real keen on me quitting my full-time job initially to do Tupperware full-time until I brought home a company car 3 months later. So, you know, we do have company cars, we have trips, we have prizes, and of course we make money. So my question is, what's your reason for getting started in Tupperware? Is it because you want to make a little bit of money? Is it because you want to make a lot of money? Is it because you just want to get rid of the kids? We have somebody on our team, her name is Serenity, and she has, I think, 6 or 7 kids. And one of the reasons she does Tupperware is because she needs a break. You know, sometimes we may not even have any kids. Maybe we need a break from everything else that's in our world. Or maybe you're the kind of person that just wants to get Tupperware at a discount. Maybe you want to go ahead and get your Tupperware products at a 25, 35, and sometimes 50% discount. And of course, we earn products for free all the time. So, you know, what's your reason for giving this business a try? And whatever reason it is, it will always start with our 1-2-1 success plan. Our 1-2-1 success plan is a proven method for you to stay engaged, stay profitable, earn all the prizes along the way, and have a successful Tupperware business. So what our 1-2-1 success plan really is, it's about doing one party every single week. You know, in-home parties, that's where I like to specialize in. I love in-home parties because I get to see the people and I get to touch people's lives and I get to educate them on our product. But doing some type of a function every single week in your business, whether it be a face-to-face party, whether it be a catalog party, whether it be a Facebook party, however you decide that you want to do your business for that week, strive to do one activity every single week. And from that activity, we want to encourage you to date 2 new activities from that activity. So for instance, I have a Tupperware party and there's 2 people there that that want to have a Tupperware party because they want to get the free stuff, or they want to help a friend, or hey, maybe they like me. So those 2 datings will go into the next couple of weeks. And then the one on the end stands for picking one person at every single function every week, somebody that you feel would be good at doing this business with you. Because, you know, what we have discovered in Tupperware, I have discovered over the last 31 years, is that it really is all about helping other people get what they want out of the time that they invest. And when you look at a direct sales company and how much money you really can make in this business, an average of 1 party a week, an average of 2 to 3 hours of time invested in your Tupperware business, you're going to make about $100 to $150 for that time spent. So you look at the cost per hour, and you're making about $50, $75 an hour. And that's more than your educators make. It's more than your nurses make. And sometimes it's even more than some of our politicians make. So you can decide on how you want to work your business. But by doing the 1-2-1 success plan, what you're going to find is that you're going to earn all the prizes along the way. So where do we start? We start with a list of people. We start with our friends, primarily. We start with our family. Then we move on to our acquaintances and maybe our neighbors. And whether it be our current neighbors or maybe our past neighbors or maybe our future neighbors, maybe we're moving into a new location, maybe we're moving to a new job, maybe our neighbors at our old job, right? And then of course we have our kids' friends' parents' I kind of sort of hard to say that, but it's those individuals that our family members are acquainted with. So when you think about developing this list, what we want to have you focus on is developing a list of what we call our wonderful 100 list. Now, you may not be able to poof a wonderful 100 list overnight. It might take you a week or two or even a month or two for you to generate the contacts, for you to be able to really reach out and diversify your Tupperware business. And again, that's what it's really all about. It's not asking the same person over and over if they want to have a Tupperware party. It's asking their friends, neighbors, relative. It's really, distancing yourself from that first circle of influence and branching out into different circles of influences. And that's where you're going to find the power. So developing that list, for today, it might only be a top 25 list. And then maybe next week, it'll be a top 50 list. And then maybe at the end of the month, you'll have a wonderful 100 list. But regardless, you need to make sure that you have an ongoing list of potential hostesses and potential recruit leads that you'd like to talk to in the course of your business. So what we like to do is have you take a look at that list and put 6 stars by those 6 people, or put 1 star by 6 people, so you have 6 stars total, of those 6 people that you feel would be could benefit from hosting a Tupperware party, could benefit from joining you in business. And then ask them if they'll have a couple of friends in so you can practice a salsa, or maybe make them some eggs Benedict, or go ahead and make them, a flip-flop cake in your breakfast maker. So you will branch out along with meeting new people along the way. So let's give you an example of where 1 to 2 to 3 to 6 parties could take you. So when you start working your Tupperware business and you work it on a consistent basis, today is Thursday. Okay. Now, granted, this says April. So instead of changing it to May, June, July, et cetera, we're just going to stick with this. So let's say today is where the Thursday is, says start now. And let's say you pull in a party into this coming Saturday. You call your best friend and say, hey, girlfriend, you know something? I'm selling Tupperware. And I would love, love, love for you to have a couple of girlfriends in. Let me come make you some salsa. We'll sit out on your deck. We'll have a great time. And, get as many people there as you can. The reality is if you actually got on the phone right now tonight after our call and you called 10 people that you know, every one of those 10 people will know what they're doing this Saturday. Okay, because most of the time, if they have something on in their calendar for this Saturday, they'll know it. If they don't have something on the calendar, then invite them and encourage them to come to your Tupperware party. So let's say, for instance, you got 10 people that came and they all placed a $50 order. And out of those 10 people, you had 2 people that you talked to, and they said, yeah, I want to have a Tupperware party. Well, then guess what? You book them into the next couple of spots that you have. And let's say you book one into the 14th and you book one into, let's say, the 22nd. And then from there on next week, you have another Tupperware party. And let's say it's a $500 party with 2 bookings. Those 2 bookings will then go maybe into our Cooking with Confidence event. Maybe you'll do 2 parties with our Cooking with Confidence event. Or perhaps maybe you'll date a couple of parties into the following Saturday. Then from there, you again work on 10 people in attendance and getting 2 people a day to Tupperware party. And now you're having 6 new parties in your date book. And this all came from 1 party that you started with this coming week. So you see how that can kind of perpetuate. And not only are you making money, you're having a heck of a lot of fun too. So let's just give you an example. If you were to average 2 standard parties every single week, you're going to sell about $1,000 in a week's time. You're going to make $250 commission. But at the end of the month, you'll have $4,000 in personal sales, which actually gets you a $400 bonus from Tupperware. So when you have $1,500 in sales in a sales month, Tupperware gives you a 5% bonus, which is a minimum of $75. And then when you have $4,000 in personal sales in a sales month, they pay you a 10% bonus. So not only are you making the 25% commission off of that $4,000, which is $1,000, you're getting a bonus of $400. So that's $1,400 for about $1,400 a month for about 6 hours a week in a Tupperware business. And you get to work your business when you want to. You get to put those parties in when you can. You get to have the type of party themes that you want to have. So it really is, it empowers you, and it helps you maximize your time. And that's really what we want to help you do. We want to help you to be really profitable in a short period of time that allows you to spend more time with your family, and of course, utilize some of the customers and the friends that you're making along the way. So our 13-week Confident Start program, again, a great program just for new consultants. This starts from the minute you turn in your first order, and it continues for 13 weeks following. So you can actually earn the 11-piece cookware set in the catalog for free. And of course, you're making money along the way. So you should have gotten a copy of this in your starter kit. And what I want to encourage you to do is, I really want you to think about which one of these gifts are you going to receive? What are you going for? So your first level is a $500 in personal sales. And Renee, you earned that. So you earned either the money pouch or the Fridge Smart Medium or the Modern Mate container. And a coupon is loaded into your account. And if you don't know, if you haven't had the opportunity to go in and redeem that coupon, I encourage you to do so. Your leader manager, Johnny, can help you with that. Then, of course, at the $1,000, you're earning the rest of your kit for free. Or if you've paid for your kit up front, Tupperware will give you a $60 refund that you can use in your business. At your 3 standard parties, or $1,500, you're going to be able to get our new host gift special, or you're going to be able to get the 7-piece vent and serve set. So then it goes on and on. So then on level 4, what are you going to choose? You're going to choose the Great Master Shredder, or are you going to choose the mandolin, or are you going to choose the Modern Mates? Level 6, are you going to choose the pressure cooker, the micro grill, or the stack cooker? And when you get to level 7, will you take the cookware, or will you take the mini iPad Air? You know, you get to decide. I guess it's not a mini iPad. I'm sorry. It's an Apple iPad. It's not the mini. It's the full size. Okay. So you have the opportunity to kind of shop, so to speak. But remember, along the way, you're making the commission, your 25% commission, all the while you're earning these great awards. And so that's what thing I love, again, about Tupperware, is they really do reward for performance. So how do I get hostesses to want to have a Tupperware party? How do I get my friends and family and my best friend to want to invite me into the home so I can do a salsa? What's in it for them? So what's in it for them is some really great host rewards. And you're going to find these on page 75 in your catalog. 75, 76, 77 all describe how our host program works. So I really encourage you to kind of pull out your catalog. Your catalog is another great resource for you to learn about the products and to learn about the what they're used for, and of course learns about our business plan too. So if we take a look at our current host gift specials, with just $175 in orders, your host can choose any one of these 6 products for free, and that will actually come in her order. And then depending on the size of her party, she'll be able to redeem what we call host credits. And these host credits are like Tupperware dollars in the big catalog. Now, just to kind of caution you a little bit, the free Tupperware has to come out of the big catalog. It has to come out of the main catalog. It can't come out of the weekly sales flyer or the monthly sales flyer, because those items are already discounted. They're already on sale. So our host gets to choose for her free and half price items out of the big catalog. So just to kind of give you an example of $1,000 party, it's the top of our list. That is actually 15 $67 orders. Wow. You know, that doesn't sound too hard. $1,000 parties will get you $250 in commission, but it gets the host over $200 in Tupperware products, and of course 3 items at half price. Now, when the host has 2 bookings or 2 datings at their Tupperware party, then they're kind of can shop from what we call our exclusive host gifts. And our exclusive host gifts are usually, there's one that's in the catalog that goes for the whole 4 months. And then we have other host gifts that kind of come in every other month. So the host has some really good choices, but they can only pick these exclusive awards, these exclusive items, when they have 2 datings. And so I always tell people one of the best reasons to date a Tupperware party is so that your host, your friend, can maximize her host credits and to be able to receive like sets that look like this set right here. Okay, which currently is our picnic pack. So a $500 Tupperware party with 2 bookings. These bookings generally need to be held within 3 weeks of time. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you have your calendar out, and you want to make sure you have blocked in your dates that are available over the next 3 weeks, because that's will maximize your profitability, and it also sets in that 3-week time period that needs to happen for the host to get credit for it. So they could choose this beautiful picnic pack, but if they step up just a little bit and do a little bit more, they can actually add to their picnic pack this month. They can add to their picnic pack the Summer Jam Complete Collection, which includes 4 of their water bottles that have removable sleeves, and this amazing picnic blanket that they can get along with their free Tupperware, or with their picnic pack. Now, just to let you know, they don't have to choose this as their gift if they don't want to. They can choose free Tupperware out of the catalog. And again, on page 76 of your, is it 76? Let me take a look. I have this memorized at my Tupperware party. Page 75. I was close. Page 75 talks about our host program, and that they can go ahead and get free Tupperware products. So they don't have to choose the picnic pack if they want to. They can choose items out of the catalog. So let's talk about datings. Let's talk about how do we go ahead and get and cement 2 in-home parties, or 2 parties dated from every party that we hold. You know, the reality is your new host are pretty easily talked into having a Tupperware party when you give them the right incentives. You know, people love surprises. I know I love surprises, and I love anything that's in a gift bag with tissue paper coming out because I want what's in the bag, right? So one of the things you can do, go to the dollar store, pick up some really fun, maybe seasonal bags. Right now it's summertime. You got beach balls and, you know, summerscapes on your gift bags. As we get closer to fall, you might do more leaves. As we get closer to Christmas, you might do snowmen. As you get closer to Valentine's, you might do hearts. You decide on what gift bags you want to get, but get a couple of gift bags at the dollar store, and of course some matching tissue paper. And, you know, inside your starter kit, you have containers that we use as what we call dating gifts. We also have scoops and funnels and those kind of things that you can use. And then, of course, anything that you would buy like as a sample that you no longer want, you could put in your bag. But usually it's either some really cool, what we call game prizes or host giveaways, or they might be even a small piece of Tupperware maybe that you won at a rally, or maybe that you've earned along the way. So I put that in the bag with tissue paper. And then what I do is I sweeten the deal a little bit. So I actually put an index card on the outside of the bag with the dates that I want to fill, for that bag. So I might have 2 choices. I might have this Saturday or next Saturday on that one bag. And then on the other bag, I might have Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So anybody who dates a party on one of those 2 days will go home with what's in the bag. And on the card, I will go ahead and take down all their information, their name, their address, their telephone number, their email address, all that information that I need so that I can keep in contact with them before their party. The other thing that works really well is what we call our Tupper Teeny Tinies. They're the little keychains and the magnets and those kind of fun things. People love, and believe it or not, people love to collect those. In my personal business, nobody gets a keychain from me unless they're my host. Unless they're even sometimes if you place a $150 order, I might give you a keychain. But in my case, I like to reserve those for my hostesses. So I like to use those as bribes. And remember, when I'm highlighting my host at the Tupperware party, I'm going to give her some prizes, and I might give her a keychain. And I might say something like, you know, if how many of you love these little cute little keychains? Well, when you did a Tupperware party with me tonight, you can take yours home with you. All right. People do the doggonest things for one of those Tupperware keychains. The other thing too is you can always do what we call a mystery hostess party. And a mystery hostess party is where you gather your friends and family and acquaintances. You invite them to come to your home. You do the Tupperware party. And of course, somebody there at the party becomes the host. So they get drawing chances for all different things. They get drawing chances for being there. They get drawing chances for bringing a friend. They get maybe 5 chances for booking their own party. Maybe you give them a chance for every $25 that they bought at the Tupperware party. And then what happens is all the names and things go in a drawing, and then you pick a lucky winner, and that person gets the free Tupperware that's associated with the party that's just been held. In most cases, It's usually somebody who's dated the Tupperware party. So they may earn the picnic pack at this mystery hostess party, and then at their party, maybe they take free Tupperware, or vice versa. You can do a mystery hostess party every time when you have a new flyer. You know what you're going to run into in our Tupperware business is not everybody wants to have a Tupperware party. That's okay, but everybody loves to see what's on sale. So by inviting those, what I call Tupperholics, making sure you have them on your wonderful 100 list, you never know what might push them over the edge to date their own party. But you know, a lot of times they'll come to your mystery party that you have every single month. And one of these times they'll be a winner and they'll walk away with all the free Tupperware. And then they'll come back the next month. So it's okay to have your own party, okay, multiple times between now and the end of the year, but you could easily have one every month with a new sales flyer. The other one I want to make sure that you know of is to ask the hostesses, because your host knows her people better than you do. And so when I go to a Tupperware party, and I really don't know too much about her guest, I always go early. I get there about 15 to 25 minutes early, just so that I don't get lost and I get set up. But I'm there to talk to the host. So I want to know who's coming to the party. And then I want to say, Sarah, do you like free stuff, free extra stuff? And of course they say yes. I say, so who do you think would be most likely to date a Tupperware party tonight at your Tupperware party? Who do you think might date? And in most cases, she'll give you two really good names. So those people that she knows that might be willing to have a Tupperware party are people that you probably want to focus on, maybe give a little bit more attention to, maybe chatter up a little bit. And then when it comes to the end of the party, when I'm asking for parties, and let's say she said, well, my neighbor Susan, she likes to have parties. And I say, Susan, I would love to have a get together with you and your friends. Let me ask you something. If you were the host tonight, if you were Sarah, and you had the opportunity to get that picnic pack for free or $75 in the catalog for free, what would you choose? And listen. And say something like, if you were to have a Tupperware party, Sarah, would it be something like we did tonight with the salsa, or would it be something like we talked about the flip-flop cakes and the breakfast maker? What kind of party would you do? And then you listen. And then in most cases, they'll mention something and say, something, I would love to invite you to have a get together, invite some of your friends in so that you can get that picnic pack and do the flip-flop cakes at your party. I have this coming, and you don't stop. I have this coming, today's Thursday, I have this coming Tuesday, I have next Tuesday or the following Friday. What sounds better to you? If she starts to waffle a little bit, she's like, oh, well, I don't know. And then I'll say this, and I'll say, Sarah, come on over here. I bring the host over. Hey, Sarah, come over here. Okay, so Sarah's like, I said, and say, hey, I'm talking to Susan here about having a Tupperware party, and she's thinking that maybe she may not know enough people to have a Tupperware party. Pretty soon the host just dives in and says, oh my gosh, I think that'd be great if you had a Tupperware party. I will come. I'll bring some friends. And pretty soon it's the host that's talking to her about dating a Tupperware party and not me. So then in most cases, she ends up dating the party. So then again, I have my date book and I have my 3 weeks already blocked out. So this is when I need her to have her Tupperware party within that 3-week period. And then the final thing I have is just getting out your own front door. Do your neighbors know that you sell Tupperware? Does your best friends know that you sell Tupperware? Just because it's on social media does not mean that everybody sees it. Okay, so go out your front door, go meet your neighbors, let them know that you're the local Tupperware lady in the neighborhood. When you're out and about in another neighborhood, right, and that's a nice neighborhood, you're like, I kind of like this neighborhood, knock on 5 doors, introduce yourself, say, hey, I'm the Tupperware lady in town. And sometimes the hardest door to get out of is your own. So get out your front door, go talk to people, show people what you have to offer, and then invite them to have a party of their own. So where else can you go to get really good information? As a new consultant, we have our very own new consultant link. So when you can log on to your back office, you're going to see this at the very top where it kind of swooshes by. But down below, under the last 14 days, you're going to see a little blip here. It says New Consultants. And when you click on that New Consultant tab, you're going to be directed to a whole new area of information to help you get started in your Tupperware business. Another place you can go to is at the very top of your very top of your taskbar when you log into your my.tupperware, there's a place that says My Training. Okay, if you click on my training, it'll pop up this other screen and it says consultants, the core, the more, the consultant toolbox, all of that stuff is available for you. And as you dig into that, you're going to see even more training where there's dating and recruiting at the party, dating and recruiting away from the party. And these are top performers. These are managers, these are directors, these are business leaders that are intercompany, that have years of experience, that have a passion for the business. Most of these are video clips, okay, or there's some type of recording that you can just listen to. They're not very long. Some of them are 10 minutes, some of them are 15 minutes, and some of them are even shorter than that. So get in and dig into your website because there are tons and tons of information to help support you along the way. So as you're dating your first few parties and as you're dating parties from those parties, we want to make sure that we have that information sent to the factory, because as you date Tupperware parties, there's going to be a more demand for more products, especially products on sale. And we hate back orders. We at Tupperware don't like back orders. So the best way to avoid back orders is to letting the company know how many activities, how many events, how many parties do we have coming up in the next 3 to 5 weeks. And so it's really easy when you go into your personal summary, you're going to see this thing about this parties up thing and you're like, well, what is this? So just fill that in and then click update and then click next and go on to the next screen. And what that does is it just lets us know at Tupperware and lets the factory know primarily that there's a lot of parties going on. We want to make sure that we don't run out of product. So let's talk about getting ready for your first couple of parties. When you get started in Tupperware, you get your date book, okay, and you get your party planning folders. Your party planning folders look a little bit, I know that's an old picture, look a little bit like this, okay, and there's some information on the back. All right, so that's kind of what your party folders look like. You've got about 4 of those, maybe 5 of those in your kit. And so what goes in those? First of all, you want to make sure you probably put in a couple catalogs, maybe a couple sales flyers, and of course a couple of order forms. And you also want to go ahead and put in some information about our Tupperware business. So we have what we call our recruiting flyers also in your starter kit. So put one of those in there because our hostesses really make some of the very best consultants. Most of us who are currently selling Tupperware probably had a Tupperware party before we started. So our hosts really make really great hostesses, great recruits. And so remember, we want to be talking to those at the party and talking to our host about maybe joining us in business. And I'll tell you why that's important just a little bit later. So let's talk a little about what do you do when you get a party dated. First of all, specific place and time and date, right? Okay, so I'm having a party this Thursday at 7:30, and this is the location I'm having on. It's in my book. It's a real place to go. And then making sure that you stay in touch with that hostess along the way. So when I'm sitting down with my hostess, I want to make sure that we talk about where are we having the Tupperware party. Okay, is it going to be in your backyard? Is it going to be in your living room? Is it going to be at a park? Is it going to be at your friend's house? When are we doing your party? Is it at 6:30 or 7? Just to let you know, I'll be there 30 minutes early to help set up. Please don't arrive any more than 30 minutes early. If you're like any normal woman inviting people to her home, you're probably just stepping out of the shower at 30 minutes before party time. So try not to get there too early. Don't freak her out too much, but get there, 20 to 30 minutes early. Probably no more than 30 minutes though. So let her know that you're going to be there 30 minutes early. The other thing too is, what are you going to be serving? Is she going to be serving milk and cookies? Or are you going to be making the flip-flop cakes in the breakfast maker? Or are you making a salsa? Or what are you doing? What are you participating in? It's okay if you don't want to cook anything at the party. However, I will be honest with you, when you demonstrate that Power Chef, you sell Power Chefs, and it's a nice $69 sale. So what will you be preparing at the party? What will you be talking about? If the host doesn't want to do anything specifically, maybe she has a favorite recipe, what you can do is you can just take a potato, chunk it up a little bit, put it in your Power Chef, and show people how to make hash browns, right? The other thing you want to do is, who is she going to be inviting? Now, give her some suggestions to use Frank also. Now, remember back on the previous screens, we used the word Frank, F, which is family, friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids as friends as parents. Now, if they don't have kids, then it's a Fran list, not a Frank list, right? But who is she going to be inviting? And how is she going to be inviting? Is she going to be using Facebook as her invite? Is she going to be using voice to voice, which I personally think is the most important. That personal telephone call, that personal face-to-face, hey, I'm having a Tupperware party next week. I want you to come. Does she need anything to pass out? Does she need some extra flyers? Does she need invitations? Is she going to be passing out invitations? How and who is she going to be inviting? Okay. And help her develop her guest list of 30 to 40 people. Because remember, you want to have 10 people there, because 10 $50 orders get you a $500 party. But 10 people, you have a good chance of getting 2 bookings or 2 future datings from that party. So helping her create that guest list, right? And then why is she having the party in the first place? Is she having the party because she's helping the host? And that's awesome. We love that. But what's in it for her? What gifts does she want to receive? So again, going back to the catalog on page 75 and 76, does she want the picnic pack? Does he want free Tupperware? Does your host want just the Micro Pro Grill at 50% off? That's what they're going for. So why are they having the Tupperware party? Are they having the party because they want to try a new recipe, because they want the host gift special, because they're helping a friend, or all of it? So reiterate the importance of them having the party with you, so the host gets credit, so they get their free Tupperware, so everyone's happy. So, and then follow through, really important follow through. So in most cases, a personal thank you note, it's kind of fun to get, little handwritten note that says, thank you so much for dating your Tupperware party. I'm really excited about seeing you and your friends next week. Maybe you want to just give a quick telephone call, leave a message. Maybe you want to text something. Maybe you want to friend her on Facebook, right? And do a little shout out there. Whatever it is that you would love to be reached out to and followed through with, I would suggest that you do the same. So what does it feel like when you get a thank you note in the mail from somebody? What's it feel like when you get a personal telephone call from somebody who's excited about helping you? So following through with your host is really, really important. So whether that be telephone, snail mail, email, any of those things, or all of the above, make sure you stay in touch with your hostesses. So this type of information, this type of party planning, so to speak, will help you get to the first and second and third and fourth party. Remember, it's about building the attendance at the party so that you can maximize your time and your profit, and help her earn the free products too. So where do I go with all this cool stuff, right? So again, there's more training. If you go under the party tab under your training website, you're going to see that there's ways to build party sales. There's Cheryl's best practices. She does what they call a Tupperware auction. There's party planning by Mary Esau. There's all of these phenomenal different ways to get your host on board. And I really want to encourage you to click on these and learn more about your Tupperware business. I can't teach you everything I know in 30 minutes or 60 minutes, but you can get what you need via your Tupperware website, at least get you thinking and get you going in the right direction. So what else? Where else is there to go for your new Tupperware business? First of all, I did talk about keychains and little gifts and giveaways and that kind of stuff. And where to find that is under the Party Prep tab on your back office and your My Salesforce website. And it's a little link that says Sales Aids. And those Sales Aids will bring up pictures of, there's probably 5 sheets of all the different sales aids, the keychains and the door hanger bags and the fundraiser flyers, and all that stuff is available for you to help grow your business and move it in the forward direction. The other thing that I think is so important is business cards. It's a professional way to leave behind your information. Vistaprint.com partners with Tupperware and actually has Tupperware branded business cards, flyers, bags, logo wear, postcards, all of that stuff that you can get. So when you're writing that little thank you note to the host, okay, are you using it as a branded product where it says, love what you do? One of the postcards that we had out for a little while, right here, is love what you do, Tupperware postcard that I got from Vistaprint. Love working with Vistaprint because, again, they partnered with Tupperware, so it makes really easy for you to brand yourself professionally. So talking about branding professionally, let's talk about money, right? Because the bottom line is, I think you are here in Tupperware to make some money. Now, I know that you want to make some friends, and I know you love to get a product discount, and I know that you want to develop your interpersonal communication skills. But let's talk facts. Let's talk about money. What about making $50,000 a year? You can do that in Tupperware. What about making $12,000 a year? You can do that in Tupperware. What would an additional $12,000 do for your family this year? What could it do? Could it buy a new car? Could it get out some credit card debt? Could it pay for some college tuition? Could it pay for some private school tuition? Could it pay for a dream vacation? You can make that kind of money in Tupperware. Oop, I went the wrong way. All right, so where does it start? It starts with sharing your business opportunity. And I know that kind of sounds weird because you're like, well, Kelly, you just told me that I need to date parties. Yes, you need to date parties. You need to sell Tupperware to make money. But along the way, you're going to be running into people who want what you have, and they're willing to do what it takes to get it. So again, sharing the business opportunity, they make 25, you make 25 to 35% commission. You make new friends, you learn a lot, and of course, you get to enjoy your personal kit and of course your personal discounts. So there's lots of reasons to share your business opportunity. And when you think about sharing your business opportunity, you start to grow a team. And when you start to grow a team, then you start to get royalties, or I should say profit plus and Vanguard bonus off of your team's performance. So that is, if you're going to be out holding parties anyways, you might as well have a team of people who are also out holding parties also, that you're helping guide in that direction, getting them on the call, or perhaps showing them where their Salesforce websites is. And then as they sell Tupperware, you're going to be making a little bit of commission off of them too, right? So you start to build this team and you're all doing the same thing and you're making money, more money while you're out doing parties, right? So why share this month, right? This month we have our mandolin, and our mandolin retails for $75 and you can get it for $20 when you bring somebody into the business. Not only do you get it for $20, but they get it for $20 too. Right? And then when you help them activate their account with $500 or holding one standard party this month, not only do they get the the Quick Chef Pro system and the Chop and Prep for $30, so do you. So you can add to your own kit the mandolin, the Power Chef Pro system, and the Chop and Prep, all for $50 when you bring somebody into the business and you help them reach their $500 in personal sales between now and the end of the month. So that's a good reason to share. And as you share multiple times, remember it's that 1-to-1 success plan, 1 party a week, 2 parties dated, and of course 1 recruit lead or somebody that you feel would be good at the business. So that gives you a promotion in the Tupperware business. So as you get promoted in the business, we have several different levels of what we call leadership. We have the manager level, which is 3 plus you, which is a total of 4, and you get a $100 bonus when you achieve that. The next level is a star manager, which is 6 plus you, and you get a $150 Tupperware bonus along with your royalties. And then your third level is an executive manager, and that's 9 plus you, and you get a $150 bonus. So you can actually get $450 in extra bonuses just by stepping up into the Tupperware business. So how do we help you do that? Okay. Your leader, your manager, myself have experience on how to deliver the information about Tupperware, and we'd love to help you. We can help guide you along the way until you feel comfortable sharing that information on your own. But the best way for us to know that you have a lead is by clicking the recruit leads down at the bottom of your order entry screen. If you click on recruit leads, what it'll do is gives an opportunity for you to key in information that gives us a contact point. And of course, I would call you first and say, hey, I got this recruit lead from you. Tell me a little bit about this person, so that when we make the call together, okay, we could do a 3-way call and you're actually on the phone with me. I know a little bit about this person, and you get trained at the same time. Our hosts really do make the best recruit, okay? So you want to make sure that you pop the little box that says, contact my host about the recruit opportunity, because we'll do that for you. And again, we'd love to include you in the process. So you're learning as you're earning more money. Right? So tell us a little bit about them, other information. Were they a big spender at the party? Were they a little spender at the party? Did they have the gift gab, or were they really shy? Do they love Tupperware, or are they brand new to Tupperware? And what makes them a good prospect in your eyes? Do they have small children that they want to stay home with? Are they a retired person that needs to supplement their income because of Social Security isn't enough? Let us know a little bit about them so that we have a direction to take the conversation. So my theory is this: who do you know? In most cases, you know people that know people that know people. And my theory is this: when the benefits of what we're doing outweigh the objections of not doing it, that's when you have a yes. And we have great benefits because, I tell people, come in for 60 days, give it a try for 60 days. If it doesn't fit your style in 60 days, hey, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to get stuck with some Tupperware. You're going to make some friends. You're going to have made some money, and you're going to be learning. You'll learn something along the way. And guess what? Exit stage left. But at the end of the 60 days, you might like it. You might have parties in your book. You might have a recruit with you. You might want to be a director. You might want a company car. And yes, we give away company cars. I drive a company car. I've been driving a company car for 30 years. I love it. They pay for the taxes, the licensing, and insurance. I get a new car every 2 years. So you can have a car too. This car right now is called a Chevy Trax. That's what we're offering our directors right now. But when you become a director, when you go from manager to director, you get a $1,000 cash bonus. $1,000. Cha-ching. Plus you have the opportunity to earn a free car. If you don't want the car, it's okay. They'll pay you $250 a month for not taking the car. But who wouldn't want a car, right? So again, they pay for the taxes, the license, and the insurance. And I can show you how to do this. I have a proven plan, take consultants all the way up the ladder to director, and I'd love to help you too. So as you become a director, there's other wonderful things available to you as a director. Not only are you have the eligibility to make, $10, $20, $30, $40, $60,000 a year, depending on your team sales and your organizational sales, you're going to be able to earn a trip to Hawaii or Disney World, Disneyland, or some other great things too. So, let me know what it is that you want out of this business, and let's partner together to make it happen. Then we have what we call the ultimate wow. And the ultimate wow is keys and title to a Ford Mustang convertible. It's about a $28,000 car. Or you can take $20,000 in cash instead. This is an 18-month program that our directors get involved in, and we've had many directors go all the way through the program and earn the car. We haven't had anybody take the money yet, but the car's pretty cool. So if you are that kind of person that maybe you want more out of your Tupperware business, reach out to me. Let me know. Let me help you, and I'll show you the process to get that happen. It starts with parties. It starts with dating your very first party. It starts with dating your very first 2 parties from that party, and it starts with your first recruit. That's where it begins. So if you want more out of your Tupperware business, date, sell, recruit, and it all comes together. So words to grow by. When they learn, they return. So when I'm at a Tupperware party and I teach them a couple of things, I teach them how to save money. I teach them how to cook something in their microwave. They're going to come back to the next party. I always leave them wanting more. I don't talk about everything on my table. I don't give them all my tricks. I don't tell them all of my tips because I want them to come back to the next party and, of course, have fun. It's all about having fun, and it's all about engaging the customer. And always remember that training is essential to any success story. So plug in, get involved, connect with others, and you're going to see where this business can take you. I always say this: success, it begins with you. It really does. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the recording, and I'd like you to stay on for just a few more minutes because there are some things that are a little bit more time sensitive. So hold on the line. I'll stop the recording. All right. Thanks for being with us.